गिरि तुल्यन्निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदम् प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्रचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ नाइन्थ मंत्र यतश्चोदेति सूर्यः अस्तं यत्र च गच्छति तं देवाः सर्वे अर्पिताः तदुनात्येति कश्चन एतद्वै तत् सो सर्वे देवाः अर्पिताः all the gods arpitaha they are based tam hiranyagarbham all the dev because that's aggregate hiranyagarbha is aggregate of all the devatas which we call ishvara as adhidaiva that is called ishvara as adhidaiva ishvara as adhyatma ishvara as adhidaiva ishvara as adhibhuta in form of jagat ishvara as in the form of the presiding officers. I mean, the Ishvara is in the form of the forces which govern the Jagat. Ishvara is in the form of the Adhyatma. Ishvara is in the form of the Adhibhuta, right? With respect to elements, means this elemental creation. And Ishvara is in the form of those forces which are present in this elemental creation, which are called Devatas. So from the standpoint of Vayu, from the standpoint of a Prithvi, all elemental world. But there is a force which governs them. There is some intelligent principle order which governs all of them because their functioning is very intelligent. So behind that there is a law. That law is present wherever that element is. Wherever the Vayu is, that's where the functioning also. And that is also present in Adhyatma. Also, Devatas are present not just in elemental world. So it is also present in Adhyatma, etc., in form of sense organs and other things, in form of mind and everything, right? Because they are also, we say, Aditya is here. So you can see, Aditya is present in that, globe. Very lightening globe. It is also present there. That is functioning intelligently. So Devata is present. Ishvara is present from the standpoint. Ishvara is looked upon from the standpoint of that globe is called Devata, Aditya Devata. That is same Aditya Devata who is there is also present here in form of eyes. Adhisthana Devata we call. So you can see how Ishvara in form of Devatas govern the Adhibhuta and Adhyatma, both. Adhidaiva, Ishvara in the form of Devatas called Adhidaiva, governs the elemental world and Adhyatma. Adhibhutam, Adhyatmam is governed by Adhidaiva. Could you follow what I'm saying? So this is very beautiful discussion is there even in Kenopanishad that while before the story, etc. Anyway, so Sarve Devaha Arpitaha. All the gods are based on that Hiranyagarbha Ishvara and ultimately on the Brahman. Everything is non-separate from Brahman, right? Yataha. And from which, well, from that Hiranyagarbha, Suryaha Udeti, the sun rises. And sun, Surya Devata, well, which represent the entire creation. So the entire creation rises, not the sun rises. It's not that sun rises, creation was there. Then there is no creation. When you say creation, means it is rising from something, from the Karana. So anyway, so that is a Upalakshana here. Surya Udeti, the sun rises. Chayatra, and also Yatra Astam Gacchati, and in which, Yatra, Yasmin, in which Astam Gacchati, the sun sets, means creation resolves back. Astam Gacchati. Kashana tat na u atyeti tadu natyeti kashana. Tad u means indeed. Indeed, na kashana atyeti. Indeed, nothing. Kashana, nothing. Na kashana means nothing. Kashana means anything, but na kashana, nothing. Atyeti exceeds, transcends, that. Tad una atyeti kashana. Na kashana, tad na atyeti. So atyeti. Etadvaitata, well, this is what the thing, this is the Atma about which you asked, O Nachiketa. Right? So then let's read now Bhashyam. Yatasya yasmat pranat udeti uttishtati suryah astam nimlochanam yatra yasminneva cha prane ahani ahani gacchati tam pranam atmanam devaha अज्ञादयः अधिदैवं वागादयश्च अध्यात्मं सर्वे विश्वे अराः इव रथनाभौ अर्पिताः संप्रवेशिताः स्थितिकाले सोऽपि ब्रह्म एव. So yatah means yasmat. Yasmat pranat. For Hiranyagarbha name, prana. Samashti pranas. So samashti prana, sutratma, same. So pranaha means samashti prana, that is Hiranyagarbha. Yasmat pranat, from that Hiranyagarbha. Suryaha udeti uttishtati. We have to take that order. Surya is a upalakshana. And that brings in its wake entire parivara. Entire parivara. Surya means here, the Surya Devata brings all other Devatas, all the forces, entire Adhidaiva. Yatasya, well, Udeti, all the from the Hiranyagarbha, all the Devatas manifest, entire subtle prapancha, right? So also forces, which governs the physical creation. What governs physical creation is that subtle, which is present there. Subtle governs the gross. That is there always. Even our body, etc., is governed by the senses, and senses are still governed by the mind. So, like that. Anyway, so yatah asmat pranat suryah uttishtati, udeti. Yasmin evacha, and uttishtati suryah astam nimlochanam yatra yasmin evacha gacchati. So astam gacchati. So Suryaha nimlochanam astam gacchati. So that is which is in the form of this order because of Hiranyagarbha, means which from which the sun is appearing in the morning, disappearing in the evening. Tam pranam atmanam devaha agnyadayaha adidaivam. Tam pranam. Yasmin, yasmat udeti, yasmin gacchati, tam hiranyagarbham pranam, samashti pranam. Here the word prana Bhashyakara used for Hiranyagarbha, for Ishvara. Tam pranam, which is what? Atmanam, that he never forgets, that he will not forget. That Ishvara is this Atma. Tam pranam atmanam, that Hiranyagarbha is this Atma alone. Now we know very well, right? We did meditation also, right? Vishwa is Virat. If Vishwa looks into its content, oh my God, oh, then I am Virat also because the content is same. It is coming. Yadeva iha tadeva mutra. What is here is there. What is there is here. Then why do you say here, there? It is from the standpoint of upadi, right? So as you see the content, what is there in the wave is there in the ocean. What is there in the ocean is here in the wave. Clear? It's water. Look into content, the reality, the truth, then the equation sets between Jiva and Ishvara. If that content is not seen, then you will see yourself as an individual. Then Ishvara is different. And then every Jiva also is different, duality. Anyway, so tam pranam atmanam devaha agnyadayaha, all devatas, adhishthan devatas, etc. Well, eyes is a manifestation of Ishvara, right? There is an order, which is, there is a sight. That's an order. That's a law. And there is a structural order also. So the sight takes place, it's order, but sight takes place because of certain structure. Right? Could you follow? Structure means the eyes are made in such a way, put together, which is we call structure means here they are put together in a certain fashion so that sight can take place. Yeah. Like this is put together, right? This is put together intelligently. Yeah. So that it can function. Car is put together, not just put together. Car is not put together. Take anything, all things are lying there, and you take and just join. That's not the car. All the parts are put together intelligently so that the whole thing serves a certain purpose. That's called creation. That's how we give a name for put together, intelligent put together. Once, just for a moment, it's not that good to imagine. Suppose all these things, here, whatever is there, you just make a heap of that. Just heap all the bones and blood and other things and all, and skin and everything, just put together. You will not call body. You will not use. Okay, if you don't like this, I will give you another example. The flower we have, right? Rose. If you segregate all the leaves, I mean the petals, and put together, you won't call flower. You will use the another word, petal. Oh, but it is same. Use the same word now because it is the same thing. No. So put together intelligently in a certain manner. There is order also. Structural order. Right? There is intelligence there. Structural order. And its functioning also is structural. So here, why I call Ishvara? Because it is intelligently put together, right? And then sight also is also order, Hiranyagarbha. And the very sense organ which is put together also is Ishvara. So then that sense organ structural order and its functioning is called Aditya Devata, which is none other than Hiranyagarbha, which is none other than Brahman. Could you follow? So here it says, Tam pranam atmanam devaha agnyadayaha. Agnyadayaha, Agni, Vayu, Aditya, all this. Various devatas. So Parmeshwara in the form of devatas, which is also present as a Adhishthan Devata. And same Parmeshwara Hiranyagarbha is present what? In Adhyatma also. As what? Vagadaya. Right? Same Hiranyagarbha is present as a sense organ. Vagadaya. Vak. Vagindriya. Right? The speaking faculty, etc. And then seeing faculty, etc. So it is present as all the devatas governing this creation. The same devatas present here in as the sense organs, right? Aditya alone present here, or Hiranyagarbha is present in the form of Adhisthana Devata called Aditya here as sense organ. So the very eye, the structural, very eye is a manifestation of Ishvara, and the very sight also is a manifestation of Ishvara. Could you follow? This is how it is. There is nothing other than Ishvara. So you say sense organ means there is something put together. Hmm. And when it is put together intelligently, it does a job, purpose. But what is a purpose? Sight, seeing is a purpose. Could you follow? So what I am saying, why I am struggling to see Ishvara, which is Atma, right? Tam pranam atmanam. So this is all your manifestation. Please understand this. So that is our whole aim is to see myself as self of everything, Sarvatma. That's how I'm struggling. Oh, this is Ishvara. This is not me. No, 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 no. This is yourself, which is none other than Ishvara. How can you say one none other than Ishvara? Then I have to start from again that day one what we started. We don't want, that was a bad dream, Swami. Don't say anything. We are tired of you now. So, Aham Brahmasmi, Atma is Brahman. I have already talked to you. Anyway, so that's how Vagadaya. What is there as a sense organ also is also a same Ishvara in the form of a Adhishthan Devata called Aditya, Agni, etc., etc. And it is also present in the creation, right? Governing the creation also. They are presiding officers. Bhagwan doesn't do anything. Bhagwan appoints all this. He appoints presiding officer. In the company also, the main person was staff, founder. May not, he may be sitting. But he has that presidents and vice presidents and these and that and marketing and president finance and president this technical, president for product production. Yes, like that. These are all presiding people, presiding officers, jivas. His own manifestation, Hiranyagarbha, which is an aggregate of all the devatas. Hiranyagarbha alone manifests in the form of these devatas. As the subtle prapancha comes out, then these devatas also manifest, right? Governing every principle. And further, it is present even in the physical creation. Anyway. So samashti level, we can say devatas, and vyashti level, all the karanas, actually, the functions, adhyatma, vyashti level, adideva, samashti level, is same Ishvara, same Hiranyagarbha's manifestation. As devatas, adhishthan devata, and he were here as just sense organs, etc. in adhyatma. That is manifestation of Ishvara. So then, Bhashakara says, Sarve. So, Agnyadaya Adhidaivam, Vagadaya Adhyatmam, Sarve. Sarve is from the Shruti. And Sarve means, Bhashakara translated as a Vishwe. Word Vishwa is a word, is a Sarvanama also. And Vishwa is a word, other Not Sarvanama as noun also. Vishwa means the world. And Vishwa means all as a Sarvanama. Therefore, we have Vishwam Vishnu Vashatkaro. That word Vishwam, well, basically is taken as a Sarvanama. Therefore, in Vishnu Sahasranama, that Namavali, Vishwasmai Namaha. Vishwasmai. So, otherwise it should be Vishwaya Namaha. But Vishwasmai Namaha, like Sarvasmai Namaha. So, it's a pronoun. So, here Sarve, Bhashakara says Vishwe. Sarve is a Vishwa, is a pronoun. Sarve, Vishwe, Araha iva Rathanabho Arpitaha. All these devatas, which is present in the Adhyatma as a sense organs, Adhisthana Devata, or which is present in the creation in form of in form of this Aditya and Vayu and the Prithvi, all in the physical creation, governing those physical world, governing the physical world. This all the forces are there, so which are all devatas, Adhideva, and which is present in Adhibhuta, and that Adhideva which is present here in Adhyatma as the very sense organs. Well, Sarve, what? Araha iva Rathanabhau Arpitaha. So they are fixed or based onto the hub of the will. Right. And what is that hub in which all the spokes are? That hub is this Brahman or Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha, Brahman to Hiranyagarbha, and from Hiranyagarbha, all the devatas and the physical creation, and then which is nothing but a manifestation of his own knowledge. He's Sarvagnya, all knowing, right? And so that is present in the entire creation in Adhyatma as the sense organs, etc., governing this physical body, and also present as the devatas governing the creation. So Adhideva and Adhyatma, both is nothing but this manifestation of Hiranyagarbha. So there, Araha iva Rathanabhavu. So how the spokes have been placed in the hub, and hub is one, right? And forming a will. So in entire Jagat is placed in that hub, that is Hiranyagarbha. And that Hiranyagarbha is also fixed in what? Non-separate from Brahman. Then Bhashyakara says, Sampraveshitaha sthiti kale sopi brahmaiva eva. Brahma eva. Sampraveshitaha sthiti kale. So during when creation is up, well, in Pralaya, of course, they are in the form of unmanifest. Unmanifest, all as unmanifest also non-separate from Brahman. As a manifest also remain non-separate from Brahman. Unmanifest pot also is non-separate from the clay. Manifest also pot also is non-separate from the clay. Manifest and manifest. Either way, all the time placed. Where? In Brahman, Hiranyagarbha. And no, Hiranyagarbha is independent. No, Hiranyagarbha is Praveshitaha. Brahme, Brahmani. So in Pralaya, they are in unmanifest form. At Vashti level of manifestation will be what? Adhidaivam and Adhyatma. And all that is placed in Brahman. So in Vashti level, we have this kind of an experience. Small laya is there. In sleep, we find that Adhyatma is resolved. Means sense organs, etc. are resolved. All activities resolved. Only breathing continues. Breathing is there even in when the karanas are active. But that breathing, the prana has to supply a lot of energy to the karanas to do their function. Right? Because every karana, every organ is functioning because of the power. Right now, my organ of speech is functioning. That's due to speaking power. Right? Seeing power, hearing power. So that's all come from the prana. When you sleep, the karanas resolve. They don't need now power. They are resolved. Then breathing, that prana is very powerful at that time because, and therefore it is so powerful that others are able to hear you. Okay? Others are able to hear you, right? In a sleep. Could you follow or not what I'm saying? Others are not able to sleep because of your prana, which is very, very powerful at that time. Anyway. So Saha api, that Hiranyagarbha, prana. Saha means pranaha. That prana, that Hiranyagarbha is what? Brahma eva. Everything is ultimately, the hub is Brahman, which is in the form of now Hiranyagarbha, first manifestation. That Hiranyagarbha is whose knowledge manifest in the form of this Adhyatma, Didaiva, etc. And later physical creation also, Virat, it will manifest in that form. Well, all that is placed, like the spokes are placed in the hub, in the will. Same way, all are placed all the time. Sitikale api. When the creation is on, that time also they remain placed. So that's how you can right now appreciate, well, who is a seer now, you can understand. Right? Who is a seer? Who is a seer? What should be the answer? Who is a seer? Tell me. Who is a seer? Who is a hearer? Huh? Atma is hearer. So I Hiranyagarbha, who is a hearer. No, Swamiji, I Hiranyagarbha nahi. I, the individual, is a hearer, Ajnanam. I Hiranyagarbha is hearer, seer, etc. Then knowledge, right? Hiranyagarbha means Brahman. I, Brahman alone, is appearing as a hearer, seer, etc. And then when I say I, the Brahman or Hiranyagarbha, the Ishvara. I, Ishvara alone is here, etc. So that doesn't, I can't digest that thing very well. Okay, then let me start I am Atma Brahma once again. Okay, let's go to Bhashyam further. Tadetat sarvatmakam brahma tadunatyeti na atitya tadatmakatam तदन्यत्वं गच्छति कश्चन कश्चिदपि एतद्वै तत् तदेतत् ब्रह्म, that Hiranyagarbha is, which is tadetat sarvatmakam brahma. So that Hiranyagarbha is this Brahman, which is self-revealing, which is aparoksham, which is so close, so close. Nothing is closer than that. That is called Brahman. That's called you. That's called Atma, aparoksham Brahma. Yes, sakshad aparokshad Brahma. Hmm. That is self-evident. Nothing is closer than I. Everything is, which is objectified, is away from the I. Yes, in terms of, which is objectified, which is Bahyam. You are Pratyagatma. Hmm. But how to know that Pratyagatma? You need not know. It is all the time known. All the time known. It's not fair to say, but it is without I. You know yourself or not? You know. You should say, yes, I know, Swamiji, I am. Okay. To know that I, which is existent, I am, what means of knowledge you use? Oh, Swamiji, I saw I. I saw I with the eyes. To see, you have order. To see the eyes, to see the eye, you have to use what? Eyes. Yeah, that is behind the eyes, okay? Behind the eyes. That which is the very basis, which is present in the eyes. The consciousness is present in the eyes to appear as a seer, to become seer. You can say that. To become, not really becoming like the milk becomes curd, etc. Its appearance. Like the rope becomes snake. Hmm. Like the rope becomes snake. Rope remaining rope becomes snake. Appears snake. Or like the clay remaining clay becomes pot. Same way, therefore, hearer, etc. is who? Now please tell me. Brahman, that is I. Could you follow? Ah. When you place I just in the sense organs, identify with that, means hearer is I and I am hearer. Then that reveals ignorance. I am Brahman who appears as a hearer when there is a sound. When sound is gone, Hearer is gone, still I am. Right? I am consciousness, etc. But anyway, so my point is this is what it is. I am hearer. If that I is Brahman, then you have Jnani. You say, I am hearer, and means I am present there. I have totally identified with that individual conscious being who is a hearer. There is a ignorance. That's it. Hearer remains. Hearer remains. What's the reality of the hearer? Hearer is I, but I am not hearer as such. Do you follow? I am consciousness, which appear in the sense organ called ears to become hearer. But not just Swamiji in the sense organs. You should be, mind should be there behind. That's what we say, ahankara. So you first manifest in the, you obtain in the buddhi, become identified with the buddhi, and then later identify with the sense organ, ears, and then you appear as a hearer. So, and that Hiranyagarbha, of course, tadetat sarvatmakam brahma, well, that is in the form of the entire creation also. Which is in the form of Adidaiva. All the Adidaivas are you. Adhyatma is you, Brahmaiva. Taduna atyeti, atitya nagachati, kashana. Transcending that Brahman, nothing goes, nothing can remain. Tadatmakatam tadanyatvam nagachati. So, hence after becoming Hiranyagarbha, after becoming hearer, etc., seer, etc., after becoming thinker, right? After becoming, tadatmakatam, tad anyatvam na gacchati. Means after becoming even Hiranyagarbha, well, brahmatvam na gacchati, brahmatvam na jahati, because I'm placed, that's my reality I'm in. Tadatmakatam, tad anyatvam na gacchati. Tad anyatvam, tadatmakatam na gacchati. Means anyatvam, you become Hiranyagarbha. Oh, I'm no more Brahman. No, 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 no. Because it is placed very much. Hiranyagarbha is total, the content of Hiranyagarbha, content of devatas, content of sense organs, content of the very ahankara, content of every thought. I said in the morning, content of every thought, content of the body. Anywhere you see, you appreciate consciousness. Everything is anything which you think of, see, you immediately have to say, I am aware of, I am aware of, I am aware of. So all that is there is within consciousness alone. And therefore, even after becoming Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyagarbhatvam, I gain Hiranyagarbhatvam, tadatmakatam. I as a Brahman, well, always remain. Na jahati, na gacchati. Like the pot, like the clay appears as a pot. Now, mrutvam jahati, mrutvam gacchati. No, clayness never goes from the pot, even after it becomes pot. That's what I mean. So even I appear as a firstborn, first karya, Hiranyagarbha, and then later everything, Adidaiva, Adhyatma, everything. I remain as Brahman. Therefore, I am the self of everything, content of everything, truth of everything. Clear now? So, no being for anything else. Even I appear as that thing, but there is no really a second being. Second being. Modern Vedanta has this problem, basically. They exclude Jagat as if it is an independent, separate entity. So that's how Mano, Buddhi, Ahankar, Chittani, Naham means mind is there. It has its own being, but I am not that. So there are two independent entities, and there is always a threat from that another real being. This is so good. So Manobuddhi Ahankara Chittani Naham means what? You know, I alone appear in the form of Mana Buddhi Ahankar Chittani. Yeah. Really? This is the meaning. Sarvatmakatam. Otherwise, dissociation. What you throw off appears, in fact, threatens you more. Yeah. And once you understand the reality, it is no more threatening. Whatever threatens you definitely enjoys the same order of reality as you, who is threatened. Hmm. That snake doesn't threaten you anymore because you understand the reality of the snake, that it is rope. Then you enjoy that snake. Not it doesn't threaten. Before that, it was threatening. So if I understand the reality of I as Brahman, then I become everything. I am in the form of everything. And they don't have any being. I am the conscious being behind everything. I am the conscious being who appear in the form of this Jagat. That consciousness or conscious being, well, I am in the form of Virat, Hiranyagarbha, etc. We discussed this. So this is people ask Swamiji, what is Vedanta in a daily life? This is Vedanta in a daily life. Okay. Appreciate yourself in interaction, in experience. Any experience, the content of the whole experience in a waking, at least there you appreciate, is you. The content of a whole experience is you, because you are in the form of, you are the self of the experiencer, you are the self of truth of content of the object of experience, you are the very self, the content, this and the, or the truth of the very experience in form of the thought. You are content of everything. So you are whole actually. So this is called Vedanta in a daily life. Okay. Etad Vaitat. Oh, Nachiketa, what you wanted to know is this. Enough, enough. Okay. Let's go to next verse. Yadeva iha tadamutra yadamutra tadanviha mrutyosya mrityumapnoti yaihananev pashyati. So far Upanishad had talked about Sarvatma Bhava, right? Sarvatma Bhava. So to show the Sarvatma Bhava, well, creation is introduced, right? And because it's whole, everything is your manifestation. You are the self of everything. So that's called Sarvatma Bhava. Now, in this mantra, Upanishad talks about this Mahamantra, Mahavakya. Jivatma Brahmatma Aikyam. Very powerful. Yadeva here Tadamutra, etc., etc. Means it says it's very clear that this Brahman, which is present in this world, is the very content, is the very same Brahman, which is present as the very self. Or what is present in the self, what is present here as Jivatma, well, that is none other than the Brahman, which is the cause of the creation. The Brahman, which is the cause of the creation, is the Brahman which is obtains in the form of this Jiva, or one which obtains in the form of this Jiva is none other than the cause of the entire world. So, what is Jiva is what is the content of the Jiva is the content of Hiranyagarbha, Amutra. What is the content of the Hiranyagarbha is the content of this individual Jiva. That's what it means. So therefore, Jiva Ishvara Aikyam. Yadeva Iha Tadeva Amutra. Yadeva Amutra Tadanu Iha, etc. The Mahavakya. So both Jiva and Ishvara basically are just appearances of Vyashti Samashti. I mean, let's say we can take that way. Vyashti Samashti both are manifestation of the same Brahman. Like wave and ocean, Vyashti Samashti, right? Individual, total, wave and ocean, I'm talking. Wave and ocean both are manifestation of one water. And there is no division, Vyashti Samashti. So once you know that there is water, it is just indivisible water. It's not that wave is away, ocean is this side. When you say ocean, total, wave is included. But basically, since there is an identification, well, then has an so-called individuality, then we say, well, what see the content in the Veshti, see the content in the Samashti, total. You find just one indivisible, limitless water. That's what it means. So I can say, wave is ocean. Now everyone is looking. Everyone is looking. It's true. Wave is ocean. Yeah. So a wave from Pacific Ocean. Let's some story. A wave from Atlantic Indian Ocean. Okay, Indian Ocean. That's better. A wave from Indian Ocean, which has got Vedanta knowledge. A wise wave was traveling because it is free self. So it was traveling here and there, no purpose now, because purpose is served. So it's for moving. And it came to the Atlantic Ocean and on this our eastern seashore. And there he found one wave of Atlantic Ocean. So now wave I came to wave A. Okay, that way we'll continue. Wave I has come to the wave A. Where is it? And wave I saw the wave A, and it found the wave A is very very sad, very very sad. Then it asked, hey, what has happened? Smilingly it asked. Then wave A said, well, I am so insignificant. I'm going to die within no time. And look at these big waves, breakers and all. Before they will crush me. And so I want to commit suicide out of awareness of my insignificance, lack, etc. Then wave A asked to wave I, but you don't look like that. You don't look like that you have a sorrow, sadness. Then wave I said, yes, I'm very happy. I'm enjoying my life. Hey, what happened? Hey, why you are so happy? Why am I so sad? You are also wave. And in fact, you look little old also. Old age brings sorrow, but you look old. I'm younger than you, wave A said. But still, I am very sad. I feel all the time that lack, insignificance, etc. Wave I said, I got wisdom from some wave, some wave in Indian Ocean, another wave, Indian Ocean, called Swami M. And that wisdom does not belong to that wave. Wisdom belongs, our ancient wisdom of the Vedas, which I can impart you. You will become free from the sorrow. How will I become free from sorrow? Wave I said, I don't see a wave in you. You are really not wave, insignificant wave. You are ocean. Hey, what are you talking? I thought you are wise, Veve said. But you seems to be a cracked guy. He said, I can right now prove you are ocean. Understand what I'm saying, huh? Not you are water. You are ocean. Then please do that. If I am ocean, then I am significant, vast. I will immediately become free from the sorrow. I can prove it, Wave I said. And then Wave I said, with your permission, can I touch your body? Touch you? Yeah. I first touch your head. Okay? I first touch your head. Then he touched the head. And then showed. What is there? Water. Okay. I will touch your middle part of the body. So he touched the middle part of the wave and showed. What is there? water. And then I touch your feet, the lower part of this body. Body of what? Wave and water. So are you wave or water? Are you wave or water? In and through you, in and through your body, what is there? Water. So you are what? Hey, but you said you are ocean. Don't worry, I'm proving. Don't worry. First, you assimilate this much knowledge. Assimilate. I am not wave with incidental water. In fact, I am water with incidental name form, small name form. I'm not basically a name and form with incidental water. I am in fact water with incidental name and form, because that name form is going to be destroyed. That's true. But you are not that. You are basically the truth of that form, and that is that water. So you are water first, and then that name form, body, etc. later. Okay? Now prove you are ocean. Yeah. Now you touch around you. You touch. Wave, I told to wave. You touch around. Anywhere. Let's go together. You touch. What? Water. Let's go that side. Touch. What? Water. You touch other wave with a permission. Touch. Oh, water. Let's go further, miles away. Touch. Water. Ocean is water. You are what? Water. Then can I say you are ocean? Can I say you are ocean? Yes. Right? Could you follow what I'm saying? If you are also water and ocean also is water, you are what? Ocean. But Swami, this is happening in meditation. Hmm. I'm consciousness. I am consciousness, but that I never leaves this body. Never leaves. Therefore, the whole space is, whole world is non-separate from I. What he is speaking? This Swami is a crazy guy. I never leaves this. Yeah. The meditation fails because the I means body. That awareness remain and remain. So when I say wave is ocean, you still feel the reality of the wave is that body only. In fact, it is just the appearance of the same water. The oceanness also is, the vastness, etc., is simply an appearance, incidental attribute of the same water. But if you look into the reality, you will be able to say, I am ocean. So Jiva is Ishvara, is like this. Jiva, Yadeva Iha. What obtains in this Jiva, if you analyze what obtains in this Jiva as I, the individual, that I is none other than consciousness. Limitless consciousness. Yadeva Amutra, what appears there in Hiranyagarbha also, right? That also is what? None other than Brahman. We have already seen. Like, in which, so Bhashakara said very beautifully here, Tadetat Sarvatmakam Brahma, this Sopi Brahmaiva, that prana, that Hiranyagarbha, is also same Brahman. This Jiva also is same Brahman. The Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha also is same Brahman. Then I am Ishvara. Clear? Okay. So here, this is what it has been, this Mahavakya has been shown here. So if one is not able to understand this fact and still will say that the Jiva is different from Ishvara, then Upanishad says, Yamadharmaraja says that I give him a capital punishment. Mrityosya mrityum apnoti. Mrityu danda. Yeah. He is born to die. Right? He is born to die. He dies to get birth. But to get birth means what? To die. And he dies because to be born again. He is born to die. Mrityosya mrityum. From death to the death. From death to the death. Another. From that death to the death. Sorry, from birth to birth. That's positive approach. Yeah. Anyway, but Yamadharmaraja will not say that from birth to birth. Because his job is, he's speaking about his job. Yeah. His job is what? To exhaust the prarabdha and ultimately carry him. Right? He's a Mrityu Devata. So he will say Mrityosya Mrityumapnoti. UN will say from birth to birth. He will say from death to death. Whatever his job is, he will speak. Yeah. Mrityosya Mrityumapnoti. Yeah, iha. Here in this world, Nana Pashyati. Nana. Manyness. I am Jiva. Ishvara is different from me. I am Jiva. Jiva, another Jiva. I am wave. It is another 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 wave. And then there is an ocean also. Manyness. If you see I am water, non-duality. If I say I am wave, whole host of duality. Then what? Death to death. Death to death. Nana eva pashyati. There is no nana. There is only one homogeneous. Yeah. Yeah, there is one consciousness. Indivisible. That's how we used to do. Indivisible consciousness. Nothing else is there. Because nothing is away, nothing is separate. Everything's content is consciousness alone. And therefore, what is there is just one indivisible consciousness called Brahman, right? That's a reality. Either you call yourself as a Brahman, then you say, I am the cause of everything, I am self of everything. Or you say, Paramatma, the Hiranyagarbha is a Brahman, he is the self of everything, including self of even Jiva. Same thing. So that's how this equation has been shown here. Means he will remain in the cycle of birth and death. That's what he says. So one who sees, there is no Dvaitam. Nana eva. As though there is a duality. But he says duality. One who is Ajnani sees this. So that Ajnanam, really speaking, there is no really Ajnanam outside. Ajnanam is in the perception. Could you follow what I'm saying? Outside, like there is a rope. But this person sees other than rope, proves there is ignorance. Could you follow? That's what Bhashyakara is going to say. It is really a very, very astonishing thing. We feel, yes, Brahman is there, Avidya is there. So he said, on Brahman, there is some layer is there, and I have to, Avarana, they use also. In Kashi and all, they use this. Avarana Bheda has to be done. There is really some cover. We have to tear apart that and then see there is Brahman there. Bhashyakara says, while defining avidya, he says, this avidya has no a objective reality. There is objective reality is the rope. And this person sees a snake. That's it. Avidya is proven. So avidya is in the perception of the person rather than it is in the perception of the person, not outside. Don't think avidya has twofold power, avaranam, and then vikshepa and all that. So everything is Brahman, but still there is a cover. We have to remove that cover. Yeah. Yeah. All that is there is Brahman. In place of Brahman, you see Jagat, you see yourself as a jiva. Your distorted perception is avidya. That's what it is. Yeah, nothing else. That is going to come in Bhashyam. And so, anyway, so here let's read first Bhashyam. Yad brahmadi sthavaranteshu vartamanam tattadupaditvat abrahmavad avabhasamanam samsari anyat parasmad ब्रह्मणः इति माभूत कस्यचित् आशंका इति idamaha. So yad brahmadi sthavarant, so Bhashakara is introducing this mantra, so it's connecting this mantra and with the previous mantra he has to give. That's called sangati. Sangati, there are various types of sangati. And this is sometime they introduce the mantra, they connect this mantra with the previous mantra by sometime asking a question. Oh, does it mean it is like this? No, no, like that. So that's called akshepa sangati. Like this. So there are many types of sangati. So here, this is Bhashakar is introducing. Yad brahmadi sthavaranteshu vartamanam. Brahmadi sthavaranteshu. Brahmadi stamba paryanteshu. Sometime it comes like that. Brahmadi, beginning from Brahmaji, Chaturmukha Brahmaji, the how, the most exalted body. The jiva, most exalted, let's say. So the four-headed Brahman we used to say, Chaturmukha Brahmaji. We call it as a Brahmaji. And so that Brahmaji means it is distinguished from that of our Brahman, our poor Brahman, Bichara. All kinds of, akshepas. My God, what an akshep. Oh, Swami, I am so and so. I feel so sad about it. But you are Brahman. You are the cause of everything. No, no, Swami. I don't know what is my problem. Poor Brahman is adhishthanam for all kinds of adhyasa, superimposition. Brahman is so revealing, means self-revealing to the extent that it is available for any mistake. Look at this. Every jiva. Let's talk about humanity. That I in every jiva may not be depending upon the language. Instead of, if it is his own language, like in Gujarati, whom. In Tamil, it could be different. But what it indicates is the first person. The first person. I indicates nothing other than consciousness. Why? Because this can never say I. This can say I. Definitely a conscious being. A sentient being is able to say I. Inert thing, insentient thing can't say. Therefore, I is related to consciousness. So even though that I just belongs to consciousness, consciousness is I is consciousness, its nature, yet on that I, we say thousands and thousands of things, which are just superimpositions. So you look upon the I, which is pure consciousness, further M will go with that, which is nothing but the existence, That existence consciousness which is ever existence, which is not available for negation, which is self-revealing, self-existent, you can say, which never goes, never comes. On that, all kinds of superimposition mistakes occur, error occurs. That is the cause of samsara. Therefore, I said poor Brahman. Yad Brahmadi sthavaranteshu. Beginning from Brahmaji up to sthavara. Could be mostly a tree. Tree. Sometimes they say stamba. Stamba means a worm. Means from most exalted jiva to the inferior most, you can say, jiva. So that's how we divide all the jivas into these four categories, right? Four groups. Jarayuja. First is Jarayuja. So Jarayu means basically a womb. Jarayuja. So we are certain jivas are born directly from the womb. So we call that mammals, one group of jivas. And then there are other andaja. They are called dvijas. Dvija, like our Brahmins. What is andaja is a dvija. Dvija. Why Brahmins are dvija? In fact, all the three, Brahmins, Vaishya, and Kshatriyas are called dvija. Why? Because they are twice born. Dvija, twice born. Why twice born? First, they are born from the womb, Prakruta. And then they are born after Upanayana, again born as a Samskrita, refined by the samskaras, Vedic samskaras. So Dvija. That's how once you are given Upanayanam, you are called Dvija, not before. Then you are only Vanja. Okay? Not twice born, once born. But anyway, but this Andaja also is Dvija because first the egg is born. And from egg again they come out. So twice. So all these reptiles and birds and all that, they are Andaja, another group. Then Udbija. Udbija. Breaking apart, born, comes out. That's all plants and grass and plants and trees and shrubs and all that. Creepers, all this. Udbija. They're also all living beings, sentient beings. And then Svedaja. Svedaja, born of humidity, not born of just, born of some, we call pasina. No, not that. So basically sweat, born of sweat, but no, born of humidity. When there is humidity, you will find some microbes and insects and all that. So, and that is Upalakshana we have to take. Svedaja means here you have to take it humidity only, moisture. So all this. So starting from Brahmaji, most exalted, Devatas, etc., and then exalted Brahmaji, even exalted then Brahmaji, exalted then Devatas. Up to this sthavar, up to the all. Yet Brahmadi sthavaranteshu vartamanam. Yet vartamanam. That Brahman which is present in all these upadhis. One alone. One conscious being, one Atma, present in all, but looks different now. Oh, I am different, Swami. You are different. Oh, you have same I, consciousness, Brahman. No. Means what we are adding in. Something we are adding in. Right? We are adding. Because that I now appears different. This I appears different. Yet Brahmadi sthavarandeshu vartamanam tattad upaditvat. Yeah. So tattad upaditvat, everything has its own upadhi, name form. Sharira, etc. And they are many. They are many. Naturally, I gave you four groups. They are many and varied also. So when you see the word upadhi, one has to understand. One should use word upadhi instead of a name form or sharira. You can use word upadhi only and only when you understand Satyamithya. When you understand Satyamithya, you can use word upadhi. Upadhi is mithya. So before that, for body, etc., right? For body, etc., you use word upadhi. Before that, in your mind, it should be clear what is Satyam, what is mithya. And now you find this body, etc., is mithya. And still, the Atma, which is Satyam, Brahman, appears different. Then we say this body, which is nothing but the upadhi, upa samipe sthitva sviyan gunan adatte iti upadhihi. Adatte, not adatte, I'm sorry. Adatte. So remaining very close, mithya is too close to the satyam, non-separate. Hmm. Hmm. Remaining too close, non-separate from the Satyavastu, its own gunas, its own attributes superimpose upon, falsely superimpose upon Satyavastu. Then Satyavastu appears different, right? Like I am consciousness, Brahman, free from attributes. But no. The body mind sense complex, which has several attributes. The body has several, physical body has several attributes. The mind has several attributes. My senses, etc., have attributes, right? Different attributes. All remaining non separate from I, the consciousness, never away from I, the consciousness, are falsely superimposed by this body upon the I. And therefore, now I am seer, hearer, etc. I am male, female. I am human being. All this comes. Therefore, this body, this name form, is called Upadhi. That's how Bhashyakara says. So, even though there is one I, all that is, there is one I, not which is there inside. Something which is there inside. They give an example also, right? Of the crystal. Right? Crystal. Crystal is free from attributes, color, etc. Free. Colorless crystal. And you place a flower, some flower, red flower. If you place a red flower near to it, then, well, the color of the flower, redness, is falsely superimposed upon crystal. Therefore, crystal falsely appears red crystal. Really speaking, still the crystal is colorless only. It only appears red due to this upadhi called flower. Now this flower is called upadhi. Otherwise, it is name form, some object. That is called upadhi because of this. On Satyavastu, it falsely superimposes. Here, this example has its own limitation. Some of the flower and the crystal both have the same order of reality. We know, just example. So we don't have any example other than that, but we can give another example also. The attributes of the snake, etc., superimpose upon the rope and all that. But fine, that is fine. So this is how it is. Remaining too close, the snake, attributes of the snake get superimposed upon rope. Now rope appears poisonous. Rope appears a sentient being, right? Rope is an inert thing. No, it is snake. Oh, so you have imposed even sentiency also. And you impose upon that some kind of a species also. There are 330 species of the snakes. 330. And you may be aware of few species, so you say, oh, this is a so and so reptile or something. Something like that. So anyway, so this is what is happening. Yeah. So then definitely, same with I, the Brahman, which is, means I am Brahman, which is the cause of the entire creation. All that is superimposed upon me, right? All karyam is non-separate from me. That's better. And including this body, mind, sense complex. And then this body, mind, sense complex, which is mithya, karyam being mithya, karanam satyam, that attributes of this karyakarana upadhi, very karyakarana upadhi is superimposed, and therefore attributes of the karyakarana upadhi also is superimposed upon I, and therefore I say I am so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. In fact, what is invariable in everything is just I am, which never goes, never comes. That I am is satyam. The rest what you superimpose is mithya. That's due to upadhi. Clear? So this is how it has been said. Yad brahmadi sthavaranteshu vartamanam tattadupaditvat tattadupaditvat. So now we'll have this upadhi, and then what? Abrahmavad avabhasamanam. And then definitely this abrahmavad avabhasamanam. So then I appear as a abrahma, individual, etc., jiva, etc., with the varieties of the attributes. Parasmad brahmanaha anyat samsari. So now I am appearing as a what? Abrahmavad bhasamanam. Avabhasamanam is what? Samsari. If Brahmavad Bhasamanam, I am Brahman and I appear as Brahman, I see myself as Brahman, there is no samsara. I am limitless. But now the Upadhi's attributes are superimposed upon I, therefore I see I am a limited being. I am samsari, I am subject to birth and death. I look upon myself as a karta, bhokta, sukhi, dukhi, subject to prarabdha, everything. All that belongs to this body mind sense complex. But Swamiji, body mind sense complex is sentient, right, Swamiji? So I don't superimpose this upon me. I superimpose this upon I. Clear. So this is non-separate from I. But everything is non-separate from I, Brahman. That's true. But then basically I have a I sense in the body that ahankara is there. And that's how you take yourself as ahankara due to ignorance of yourself. You take this as yourself. And then definitely, means ahankara as yourself, because there is I sense in this, that will remain. That will remain. Body will be sentient throughout the life, whether you know yourself or not. If you know Brahman, the general identification continues. But anyway, you take yourself as this only, ahankara only, right? As body, mind, sense complex. And therefore, you suffer from kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam, prarabdha. Ahankara has a prarabdha. So anyway, this is what it is. So therefore, parasmat brahmanaha anyat. You are limitless consciousness. Parasmat brahmanaha, which is param, which is limitless. Parasmat brahmanaha anyat. You take yourself to be other than. It's a fifth case. You take yourself to be different from Param Brahma, limitless Brahman. Well, you are in fact Sarvatma. You are self of everything. Instead, you take yourself to be this body, mind, sense complex. And therefore, samsari. Iti mabhut kasyachit. Iti mabhut kasyachit ashanka. Iti mabhut ashanka. May you not have this kind of ashanka, doubt that, oh, I am samsari. This is actually, you are Brahman. But due to this upadhi and false superimposition of the upadhi and upadhi dharmas upon you, which is free from any dharma, right? Which is free from any upadhi, which is free from any name form, which is distinct from the three bodies, right? Shariratra vilakshanam. That Brahman, on that you falsely superimpose this body, dharmiyadhyasa, and also dharmadhyasa, attributes of the. Once you superimpose the body mind sense complex upon you, means you take yourself to be body mind sense complex. You take yourself to be, you take yourself means you take the I as the body mind sense complex, means you take the I as just ahankara. Could you follow now? In that case, the dharmas of the body mind sense complex also as to belongs to you. So therefore you say, I am a male, grastha, this, that. I'm karta, bhokta, guilt. I'm guilty, Swamiji. I got hurt by that person, this, that. Samsari. You are parasmat brahmanaha anyat. As though. Due to ajnana. Iti mabhut. I am samsari. Iti mabhut ashanka. No, don't have this ashanka. Kasyachit. May anyone, for anyone, this ashanka should not be there. That's better translation. Kasyachit mabhut ashanka syat. For any one of this, there may not be a ashanka. There should not be ashanka. Should not be there. Mabhut. Iti. With such an intention, well, idamaha, Shruti is going to say this. What? Yadeva iha tadamutra. Yadeva amutra tad anvaiha. Tad anuiha. Mrityosya mrityumapnoti yaha nanaiva pashyati. So first see the meaning, just a literal meaning of this mantra 10. Tad yad iha. Right? That which is here. Eva amutra. That which is here. So you see, tad is there twice. Yadeva iha tat. Okay? So I'm rearranging. I'm rearranging Anvaya. Tad yad eva iha. Or tad yad iha. Let's skip this much. Tad yad iha. That which is here. Eva amutra. Alone is there. Eva. Alone. That indeed. That which is here. Alone is there. Eva mutra. Then what? You can see there. Yadamutra tad. Right? So tad yadamutra. That which is there. Tad. Anuiha. So I'm sorry. Tad yadamutra. That which is there. Anuiha. Alone is here. Sahayaha pashyati. One who sees that. Sahayaha pashyati. Well, iha, one who sees, not one who sees that, one who sees, iha nana iva, one who sees in place of that non-dual Brahman, one who sees here plurality, duality, iva, as it were, apnoti. As such, apnoti means gains or goes, let's say, gains or goes, mrityosya mrityum, mrityoho mrityum, mrityoho mrityum, from death to death. So, one who sees in this non-dual Brahman, one without the second Brahman, nana iva pashyati, one who sees plurality in that Brahman, which is non-dual, duality in non-dual Brahman, one who sees that duality is real. No, eva, as it were, it is not true. It is only in the perception of the person. Do you remember I talked about it? So I have a bhayam because there is another Swamiji. No, that there is a other is a cause of fear. Not there is other is a cause of fear. That there is other, that idea gives a fear. Could you so that say that is avidya. That there is other is avidya. Really, there is no other. Right? Too much, Swami. But anyway, mrityoho mrityum apnoti. Look at that. This is a very well quoted mantra. Very well. This and the later next one. Manasa eva idam aptavyam, etc., etc. Beautiful mantras. They sometimes say manasa eva anudrashtavyam also. So Bhashyakara also quotes many times. Another Acharya also. Very important mantra. Means that which is here alone is there. That which is there alone is here. One who sees here in this world plurality between Jiva, 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 Ishvara, Jiva, Jagat, Jagat, Ishvara, right? All kinds of, that's called duality. Definition of duality is perceiving, hmm, cognitively, I mean, thinking that I am different, world is different. I am different, this Ishvara is different. Ishvara is different, world is different. All kinds of duality. I am different, other is different. Jiva, Jiva. Well, which is what? Eva, as it were. It's as though it's not there. Then that person with the wrong perception, right? Wrong understand, notion rather. Because it's notion. All that is there is one thing. Therefore, he gets capital punishment. What should we do? We want to get it off. So somebody gives this sentence, we don't like it. Okay, evening we'll do that. We'll be free. We are already free, but we'll have to make clear to ourselves that I am free. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.